Darlings, I'm here and I'm so happy to be back to the community because I was a loner kind of for the whole year. And I spent this time together with my friend and my business partner and also specialist of Neurographica, Maria Volkov, developing a really huge program that we're going to be presenting this year. Very unique, and also it completes with Neurographica algorithms and courses that we're teaching as instructors. So today I just wanted to bring you something special. I was thinking about what should I do for the conference. Usually I come up with something simple, right? Because the time flies quick. I only have 55 minutes to complete. But then I thought, you know what? Let me bring serious stuff here. Let's really kick some butts here with whatever I'm going to be talking about. And mostly whatever I'm going to be talking about is for people who already experienced Neurographica, who already had some experience, and specifically with the algorithm Neurotree. I'm presenting you one. This Neurotree I've created during my instructor's course in 2018. After that, I created a bunch of them. But this one is very special to me because that's what I was presenting at the course. So if you already completed this algorithm, you already understand the concept of the tree. If you're not, let's just go back to nature. All right, let's just take a look at the tree, the roots, right? The trunk and the crown of the tree. And we basically applying the concept of the tree as a being to Neurographica and applying to ourselves. Because if you think about trees, there are people upside down. What are the roots of trees? They are brain connections. They are neurological connections. But if you turn the person upside down and plant it, you're going to get tree. Very interesting concept. I was taught of this concept by my teacher, Catherine Schoenberg, at the School of Images. And, you know, it really made me think about trees in a different way. So another thing that I want to show you, the Book of Trees. The Book of Trees by Manuel Lima. You can get it on Amazon. I think they ship everywhere around the world. Very, very inspirational book if you really want to dig in beyond the course, beyond what you already know. And I'm pretty sure it's going to inspire you a lot. And I just want to show you one page from the book. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see, but conceptually, this tree is not really the tree that I've just shown up. It's not the vertical tree, it's a horizontal tree. It has a different shape. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about different perspective, right? And why do we need to talk about different perspective? Why not just to stick to the trees that we used to see? Why? Because we're going through the age of Aquarius. Big news, right? We're going from 3-dimensional world to 5th-dimensional world. And it's a quieter journey, right? A lot of people were wondering why we have so many unusual things happening in 2020 with COVID, with political conflicts all over the world. All the energy is preparing for this massive shift. And in order for us to prepare, we need kind of broaden our perspective. We really need to get outside of the known world. But then people saying, all right, I would like to go outside of the known world, but I don't know how. I don't know anything. I've been taught by my parents, by my teachers, by my husband, by my kids, by whoever in the world. That's all I know. I don't know anything else. Then Neurographica comes to help. And it really is a great tool to get out from the 3-dimensional world and dive into unknown. You know, diving into unknown can be very painful sometimes because we don't know what to expect. We need to leave our shoes somewhere here and now and jump into unknown. And it could be very pleasant or could be very painful. It doesn't matter. We're just making a shift. And that's what this class is all about today. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to switch to the drawing board because I have to be conscious of time. And we're going to be working today on the 5-dimensional tree or quantum tree. So basically the full name of the class, quantum tree from 3D to 5D. Okay, and D stands for dimensional. All right, my darling. So let me change my camera. All right, I'm almost there. I just make sure everything works fine. Okay, fantastic. Uh, somebody has to go to bed. Not a problem, Ellen. You can go to bed. You know, I'm sure tomorrow morning, if you have time to watch this class, you really would be able to digest it very well. Actually, this class may be more for morning than for the evening time, but it doesn't matter. I'm happy that I can present. Have a good night, Ellen. All right, so let's talk about horizontal tree, right? Let me show you again um, the beautiful horizontal tree here that we're going to use as an example. Right here, you can see it better. You could see a focal point of the tree here and now. You can see the past and you can see the future on the right. And conceptually, that's how we treat everything in Neurographic. The left side is a female side, also represents past. The right side is a male side, represents future. And here, right in the middle, we find ourselves in the present moment, kind of feeding from the past, looking towards the future. The main difference between horizontal and vertical tree is that in vertical tree, everything is clear. There's nothing to question. Think about it. You are drawing from the bottom up. It's vertical. You know that here at the bottom, you will put all your past experiences, everything what you learned through life, whatever's fitting in your present moment. In your present moment is a trunk. And then you're moving forward towards the future where all your plans, all your aspirations, everything exists here at the top. All right. But you're sitting right here at the trunk level and you're looking up. You're looking up. And here you only know what you know from your past experience. So you drew the resources from your work, from your relationships, negative, positive, doesn't matter. It shaped you right here. But beyond this point, everything is a future, okay? And you don't know what it is, and you're looking up. When you work with horizontal tree, there is no past or future. There is no past or future. It's just power of now. You are right in the middle. You create your future right now and it gets created. You know, the Hebrew word abracadabra comes from I create as I speak. And that's what we're doing here in Neurographica. We create as we speak, but we speak different kind of language, artistic language. And here, guess what? Can you change your past? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You change your past if you use a very simple practice that I'm going to teach you during the class. All right, so why don't we move on to the drawing? I know a lot of you tired. We had a lot of instructors presenting today, but if you can follow right now, definitely I would suggest watching and recording. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me and I will answer all your questions. So how we should build it? We're going to build it totally in a different manner. You're going to see at the end, it's going to be kind of circular. And you know, every dimension presents shape in a different form. If you look at the Earth, you know, some people believe that in two-dimensional worlds, our planet is flat. I'm sure you heard about flat planet, flat Earth, and a lot of people follow this belief system. But when we shift to the 5D, how would our Earth look like? We don't know. There are speculations, and definitely it's not sphere. It is something more complex than sphere. So all really depends on the perception, on where you are and how you're looking at it. So in order to build this tree, we're going to start from left to the right. Okay? It's just the first line. I would suggest for you, when you're going to be drawing by yourself, when you learn this algorithm, uh, draw as many lines as possible. Okay? And here you're just drawing a line. You're drawing a line thinking about your present moment, and you're just shaping a tree that would have the left part, which is the past, and the future over here. And you're going to be right here in the middle. That's you. You're sitting right here. You can activate it with neurographic line, just like that, in order to bring energy. Okay. And everything what you think about your past, right? Some memories can come to you, but then you go into the future towards the right side. You start building your tree. I'm a little bit speeding up because we need to really be thankful for this opportunity and give other teachers enough time to present. But building a tree this way feels totally different. We're not really bringing anything vertical. We're bringing everything horizontal. It goes across. And why does it go across? Because in the quantum world, everything coexists at the same time. All the timeline coexist at the same time. Our past and our future coexists at the same time. Everything is here. And you're right here. The power of now, right? That heard Tolle. The power of now is right here. Everything flows through you to the right, from the left to the right, from the left to the right, from the left to the right. And if we draw lines more and more, we're going to find ourselves to enter into spheric kind of. And I'm going to just show it by simply showing you conceptually where are we going. We're going into the spherical world. Let's do a couple of more. And your perception basically here is, all right, I am here and now, but what the whole tree has anything to do with me? It does, because in 5D world, present and the past coexist at the same time. And we are here in the middle, changing our future and our past at the same time. How? Very easy. Changing your past, your traumatic experiences, through simple practice of reversal. Let's say if you had abusive parents or abusive husband, or you had some misfortune in life in the past, or you've been mistreated, you can certainly reverse the whole situation by using your imagination. What you could say here, I had a lovely parents. You close your eyes, even if they were not lovely, maybe they were abusive, maybe they were not attentive to your needs, but you're changing your past. Why do you need to change your past? Because you want to go into the future renewed. You want to go into the future with the feeling that you are capable of changing your past, that you cannot change in the 3D world. And you can round immediately. If you'd like, you can always write on top what it was so you remember. I'm not going to be doing it right now because this is conceptual drawing at this point for you to understand the concept, and then explore it more. If you had an abusive husband, or the husband who left you, or you were not able to find a partner in your life, well, just imagine that partner. See how you want him to be. Imagine him into detail, like going into details. Is he blonde? Is he of different race? Is he from different country? So you can basically think about it and imagine. And right now we're working with your past, right? Maybe your financial situation was not really good and you want to change it. You can change it. Just say, I'm coming from a wealthy family, and imagine that. Imagine that. Close your eyes when you're going to bed. Think about the most painful moments of your past and rewrite the history by using your imagination. Create it because it's going to immediately affect your future. In the quantum world, things happen so fast. If you had a positive experience, add it up. Maybe you had a wonderful education that allowed you to earn and make a living, travel the world. I'm certainly very thankful for that because my education gave me ability to travel and to teach and to present my work in Japan and Hong Kong. So I always wanted to be connected to Asian countries. I don't know, it's my kind of calling, I guess. Um, Here, you can do whatever you want. The practice of reversal is extremely helpful. You can do it not only attending the entire past, but even, let's say, if something happened during the day, you going to sleep with the feeling that, oh my God, my boss wasn't happy, I can lose my job, or my kids weren't really nice to me, and you really feel offended, you don't feel at ease. Change it. Change it immediately. Just clean it up in the way you'd like it to see. See your boss coming to you and saying, "Oh, your work was wonderful. You've done such a fantastic job. Thank you so much. I don't know how would we survive without you." Create it. Abracadabra. Abracadabra in Hebrew, where you create as you speak and you create as you draw, because Neurographica is the language of art married with psychology, right? Danny's saying, love this amazing approach of quantum tree and very informative. Thank you so much, Denise. I really, really appreciate it. I really wanted to bring something special in connection to our age of Aquarius transformation from 3D to 5D world. And I think it's essential to know that we as humans have a power to change. We are magicians, every one of us. And when people saying, "Well, I'm just a human being. What can I do? I don't have superpowers." Yes, you do. You have them. We all have superpowers. We do have our third eye. Well, for a lot of us, it's not active, right? But through yoga practice, through yoga kundalini practice, through other practices, right? Decalcification of pineal gland from different ways of gazing sun or eating apricots. For me, that was the latest discovery. You can actually activate your third eye, but for that, all your chakras need to be activated first. You have to be really clean inside out in order to be able to activate your pineal gland, in order to see whatever right now is so limited to human perception. So let's just add couple of more ideas. You can certainly add square, right? I'm just obsessed with circles, but if you need to add square, maybe it's a financial stability that you're missing in life, or maybe the house, right? You always wanted to buy a house, but for some reason, the houses became so expensive, so hard to get a house for yourself. So just square is a really good figure for this. And triangle, it's action. If you need more energy, you need energy to move forward. Some people saying, "I don't have energy. COVID took away all my energy." What I'm saying, draw triangles. Triangles will activate your spirit. They will activate your ability to function. And of course, exercising, walking, and doing breath work, whatever practice you prefer, either it is a qigong or meditation practice or yoga, you just choose for yourself, right? What really works for you the best. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We're creating our past. We don't have to be stuck in the past, our past traumas, where everything, when the energy is frozen, we want to unfreeze this energy and say, well, I no longer comply with my past, with people who offended me or left me or were not for me, or my bad experiences, whatever people experience throughout lives, all of us, all of us. Some lives are easier, some lives are harder. But at the end, we can always recognize that all of us go through some hard times that require some cleaning. Okay. And that's how we create here. We create our past and we're rewriting it basically as we go, even on a daily basis, as I said, right before bed. Think about it. Apply some lavender essential oil. Just breathe it in. It's so beautiful. And just go back to your day. Look at the events that bothered you and totally rewrite them. Now, going to the future. Of course, we think the future doesn't exist, but some believe the future is already here. That's why we're doing this horizontal spherical tree that actually proves it, right? The future can be presented as different timelines. The timeline depends on our perception of life. Some people went through 2020 and believed that was a horrible year, and they suffered so much, and they lost their parents. Some of um, some people lost parents. Some people got sick themselves. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Michelle. You said I brought you to tears. I'm so sorry. We can reverse your tears into joy. How about that? And tears, they like a cleansing rain that goes through us. We need to cry. For a while, I was not able to cry. Good tears. Oh, thank you so much. But even if it brings bad memories and we're crying, they are cleansing. It's like a cleansing rain. When we um, actually crying, or if we feel that all of a sudden we start yawning, uh, our heart relaxes. That's what happens during this fantastic moments. So no trees are bad, actually. They're all good. And here, everything that you miss in life, whatever you want to achieve, maybe it's a new career, right? Maybe it's a new relationship, finding a new partner in life. Maybe you want better future for your kids. Maybe you want to improve your life stability here, right? Just be very graphical right now. We are conceptually drawing here in order for us to get completely this algorithm and then actually spend time thinking about it, how we can rewrite our past, how we can even exaggerate our achievements of the past. Let's say you were a good student, maybe A plus, but why don't we add some other achievements that you really wanted to get, but for some reason it didn't happen in your life? Guess what? For imagination, you can totally do that. You can add anything you want because you are creator of your own life. And it applies to both. In the quantum world, it applies to the past and to the future. And you are right here. Guess what? Feeding. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. All right. That's why we're saying neurographic is really connected to breathing. That's why we're always saying you breathe during the practice. And if you don't breathe, just stop your drawing, stop your practice, take some water. And maybe you need to get up and walk around a little bit. You see what I'm doing here. I'm rounding as I go. Again, this algorithm is not for new beginners. It's more advanced, but I'm pretty sure I'm trying to be clear. So the past is what I dealt with before the changes. Yeah, the past is right here on your left side. It's your childhood. It's your the history of your relationships, the history of your being. Like maybe you lived in a tiny apartment, always wanted large apartment. Anything what happened in the past is on the left. Okay. Again, you can totally rewrite your past. You wanted the house, imagine you lived in a huge house exactly how you wanted it, and just incorporate it into your past. We always had something nice in the past. Maybe there was a beautiful pet that we love. Maybe we had a very special friend before we moved to another town. Maybe our teacher was amazing. Everything should go here to that left side. But whatever we don't like about our past, we can totally rewrite. All right, let me see what you guys saying. Really, this comes at the right exact time. Awesome. And you know why it's exactly right time? Because we're all going through the age of Aquarius. It got ignited in December 21st. And now we're getting this rays from the central sun, rewriting our DNA, activating them to the 12 strands. Our pineal gland gets released from these poisonous chemicals that we've been eating and drinking, and whoever knows what else was there. And, when I talk to people about this transition from 3D to 5D, everyone is saying, God, it's just the right time. Totally, right? Um, we all feel this way because we are getting upgraded. And whoever is watching the magnetic pulses of our Earth, the Schumann resonance, you would be able to see how much we're changing right now. All right, so what's the pro is saying? Oh, so I'm imagining the good I will have loved in past. Yes, use your imagination, do abracadabra magic. Create your past as you create your future. Who said you cannot rewrite it? In the quantum world, it's totally possible. Yes, you can. You can add more energy to yourself, right? Through triangle. Totally. Okay. You can add it. Some people, I'm telling you, my students, they come to me and they're saying, you know what, I really want to draw, but I don't have any energy. All I have is the ability to finish my work and then basically watch a movie or cook a dinner and then go back to sleep. And then uh, she gets up in the morning totally feeling ruined and she wants coffee and but all I'm saying, we don't have to be stuck in this. And in order for us to release this frozen state, we just need to use our imagination. We really need to rewrite everything. You don't like something in your past, rewrite it immediately. Maybe that was yesterday when your boss said something nasty to you or your neighbor. Who knows? It's life. Every day something happens. Reverse. Close your eyes, lay down, breathe, breathe. Use your essential oils to help you out. Maybe you need to light up aroma candle and just rewrite it in your imagination. You will see your body's going to feel so fantastic after that. You're going to release pain on your left side because that's where the pain gets stored. Some people having stomach problems because they carry so much pain in life. And we don't have to. We don't. In the quantum world, from 3D to 5D, we don't. We declare our sovereignty, we declare our independence, we really declare our human life as totally our own property. And we totally can change it. Anyhow, that's what I do. I do daily practice of reversal. I go to bed, I close my eyes, I breathe my essential oils, and I reverse my whole day. Whatever I didn't like during the day, guess what happens? It changes my next day. And if I do it daily, it changes my whole life going forward. Okay. That's what this simple practice of reversal is doing. It's a magical practice. It comes from um, very magical teaching of imagery. My teacher, Catherine Schoenberg, once taught me some of these practices, and I'm using them throughout my life. They help me so much to grow. It's a lot of rounding that we need to do, and I don't think I'm going to be spending much time to round everything. But for you, what I would suggest when you do this algorithm, try to round as much as possible because it's really important that the work is neurographic. It's not just a drawing, that you're using this rounding technique. Wonderful, wonderful rounding technique that helps us out to integrate all components of this drawing into one. Let's just add another circle here. So we have a good composition. And I'll add another circle here. You see how circular it can become, right? It's kind of like enclosing already. But hey, that's what 5D trees are doing. They no longer require roots, they no longer require crown. What they require is you to be present here and now and create your own world. That's all what it's all about. Right, let's see what people saying. Thank you so much. I charged my phone. I took for it. Okay, fantastic. I need to receive this quantum tree from you today. Awesome, D. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, and we continue drawing with everyone who actually draws with me today. If you're not drawing, just if you're just listening, it's also good because I'm giving you good practices that you can immediately apply tonight when you go to sleep. Do your reversal and then apply it to your tree when you're going to be drawing. How about that? I think it's a good idea and it's so easy. Thank you, Dorth. Fantastic. So we need to add more lines. And you know what? The lines go into the quantum world. We can continue drawing forever, right? We can draw and draw and draw, but our lines, they just go into infinity and beyond, right? Just like a buzz light. To infinity and beyond. That's where we're going with this. To infinity and beyond. There is no birth, there is no death. And that's what Buddhists believe. And I cannot agree more with them. I cannot agree more. All right. So, watching my time, why don't we start coloring? Again, with color, everyone has their own preference. Some people like to color shapes. I usually get bored with this. I'm actually coloring using the flow itself, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So, look, I haven't rounded everything because of the time, but you guys, please, when you do your drawing, when you continue, please make sure you actually rounding 80% at least of whatever is here. Okay, so I'm going to be applying colors and the choice of colors again. Some people get stuck at this point, even professional artists. What I'm hearing from people, they say, you know, Margarita, everything was so nice and beautiful. I was drawing shapes and the lines and everything looked so promising. But when I started coloring, I got stuck. What colors to use? What I need to do? What if it's not going to look good? I will be angry, disappointed. Here's my advice to you. Do not really dwell on colors so much. Just choose any color. Start with any, even if you don't like them. Take like three, five, like this. I just grab like a bunch of colors here. Grab whatever comes to your hand and do this. It's better to color than not to color and get stuck. Okay. And later, you're going to gain experience with this. Absolutely. You're going to gain experience and you would know what colors to use and what applies to you, what speaks to you. You would definitely find your way into the color world. And I believe there is an algorithm that actually can help you out with this. But my personal journey was when I started, oh my God, I hated every drawing in the beginning because the colors look horrible to me. But with time, you kind of, when you're learning algorithms and you're getting into the habit of drawing, it comes easier, right? It's not so hard as long as you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, if you're stressing out about colors, you know what it means? You're losing a huge portion of your work. Huge. Because you're stressing. The whole thing is just to distress, not to stressed out about things, right? So take it easy. Take it easy. Take your time with colors and, look at other people, what they do, what color combinations they're using. And remember, you don't have to color everything. As Anna said, she said that no color is also a color, and which is totally true. I totally agree with this concept. So if you're leaving some area uncolored, that's fine as well. No problem. can leave it uncolored. Maybe you want to emphasize certain shapes with your pencil. Please do so. Sometimes I feel like using red, orange, yellow, bright. Right now, for some reason, I feel like I'm getting into meditative state. So I want something really calm, something that brings balance. And that's what I do. I'm using the colors that bring balance. Okay. Your tree can be totally different than mine, right? Please don't just repeat after me with the colors that I'm using. Your color is going to be different. Absolutely. You just use whatever you'd like to use. And just think about it. When we're coloring, what do we see here? Again, the focal point is here. You present at this particular moment. And your breath, breathing in and out, but your focal point is here. This is the only moment where we really live in. Past is gone, future is not there, right? That is 3D thinking. 5D thinking, future and present coexist at the same time. And I'm right in the middle of this, and I'm drawing resources from both of them. Okay? That it empowers you. It actually empowers you to not to get stuck on your past events because you can rewrite them, right? We just talked about it. We said you can totally rewrite your past with practice of reversal and no stress about it and see how you're doing with this practice. Some people have resistance in the beginning. They're saying, well, I was trying to do this practice, but then a bad memory about my boyfriend, how he left me, and the horror that I went through and all the drama that I experienced. I just can't rewrite it. There is nothing that we cannot do as human beings. We are magicians. We are the ones who can do anything in life. So with practice, yes, you can. Even if it doesn't work in the beginning, okay, it could totally work after several practices. And I totally advise you to try, try and see. Don't give up so easy, right? And nobody said it. Life is easy, but we can make it easier by trying our best with various practices, incorporating meditation into Neurographica, in breath work into Neurographica, anything that you practice, your coaching practice. If you are a coach and if you're working with clients, guess what? You can incorporate by becoming specialist. You can incorporate Neurographica into your coaching practice. That's why we're offering specialist courses for you. And then when you are experienced enough with incorporating your coaching practice, then you will see how much you can do for yourself. If you don't give up easy, life will smile back to you. And it will Oh, hi. I don't know what happened then. All of the sudden connection got lost, but it happens during webinars. We already know that. Thank you guys for staying with me and being patient. I don't know what happened. Apparently, on my side, everything looked good. So please continue, right? The technical world still needs to improve. So we can definitely rely on technology in the future much better than now. All right, I'm back, guys. All right, so let's continue. Let's continue coloring. And we still have time, which is fantastic. I really, when we're doing these conferences, it's always time constrained. And the thinking is kind of, all right, I have to do something so simple, maybe, or something that would allow me to finish my drawing on time. But guys, right now we're going through this time of change. I just, I can't talk about anything else but this transformation. And it's just in my mind all the time. I spent the whole year last year going through my personal transformation, my journey. And it was quite a journey, let me tell you. It was fantastic, actually. I appreciate it. So, what Dennis is saying, thank you so much for this. It's, I think, that piece for the attendance this conference. Oh, fantastic. I love this. Every time when we're getting nice feedback from our students, it's just the best reward ever. I think every instructor would agree with me on that. All right. So, what I was saying, if you are a coach or you want to become a coach and integrate Neurographic into your life, you definitely can take a specialist course. There are several instructors who's actually offering this course. And what else you could do? You could take individual classes if you haven't done Neurographic at all professionally, just drawing, going after teachers, watching YouTube. Some people telling me I'm watching YouTube and I'm drawing after you. Certainly, you can do that, right? You can certainly learn so much from free classes. That's why we're doing them. So the community is aware about them and people have at least exposure to those classes. But if you really want to dive in professionally, then all of us offering the first step user course, and we're offering specialists and all other algorithms. And the instructor's course is coming, right? At the time when I just learned that yesterday, actually. I didn't know. Um, but I'm glad. I'm glad things are happening for our English speaking community, that we are growing. And right now I feel like eating maybe a little bit of pink. I'm missing pink here somehow. So just look at all of us. Just select a teacher who resonates with you, who you feel in connection with, the energy that you like, right? That's how I was selecting my teachers when I started. I started watching Bibles classes, and I've learned so much from them. And then I basically started with almost every instructor that was available at this time, because I really wanted to know their perspective, how they see things, and every instructor taught me something different. I really, really appreciate it. It was a fantastic experience for me. So that's what I would suggest. But going back to our drawing. Oh, Vita, wonderful. Wonderful. Yes, totally. I like to see people inspired by our conferences because, our idea is to broaden up the community and also to teach in various languages. And English language is very much spoken more than any other languages in the world. So definitely there is a huge room of possibilities going forward. All right. You see how things coming up? What a harmony, right? I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, my for some reason, you also like look at the diagnostics. Also, here is a very good moment. Where are you more? Are you more in the future or in your past? You see, my future looks a little bit bigger. I would think that my views are more towards the future. But for some people, they see like more past, and this part is smaller. When you have both parts rounded, well rounded, and super balanced, then what it means is that you are a balanced person. And you can always bring up more balance by adding more circles or more lines, if you will. Oh, thank you, Marla. Appreciate it. I hope you're drawn with me. So we can kind of like bring more to the side that is less, right? And balance it out. So the drawing looks balanced. And you just add more. You add more elements, you add more lines, add more drawing, and you're going to get it right there. Okay? You see? Now it's kind of like getting into balance with my future. And again, not only circles, use all the figures, use triangles, use squares, use whatever you like. I just showed you some as an example, but again, we really need to see like where my brain goes to. Definitely in the future. I'm not stuck in the past. I cleaned up my past with Neurographica. I changed it completely with reversal and with Neurographica together. What I created a brave new world for myself. And I'm so happy. And my life definitely got changed with Neurographica. When I took the course, instructor's course in 2018, it really opened up my eyes, right, Marla? And Marla is a fantastic student of mine. Like, I'm really proud of you, Marla, how much work you've done. And beautiful, beautiful drawings. Fantastic. All right, so let's just finish it up. The last touches we're going to do with those filled lines that Anna presented to you, and I'm going to do as well. What to use, what to use. All right, I'm going to use lilac here because that's what I like to do. So, and my field lines go also across of everything, just right here. Lovely. Inessa, oh, I'm so happy to see you. Fantastic. Oh, both of you here, Inessa and Irina. Wow. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for supporting me and coming, my beautiful students who I love and adore. Okay. And of course, you need to round them. You know, with filled lines, we don't round them 100%. We round them where it makes sense to us. Can't see your paper, only top part. Everyone, can you guys see my paper? Can you see my whole tree? Yeah. So Matthew's saying he can. It's fine. Something with your settings, Lee. All right. Good. Good. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I got scared for a moment that I'm having another technical issue. Good. All right. Good to know. And you see how fast it is? How much time we spent? Like 15 minutes? Some people saying, well, it's so difficult because you have to spend 3 hours. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have to spend 3 hours. All you need to do is just focus and make sure that everything is included. You know, right now I feel so uplifted, so much energy. And please remember, breathe, breathe. It's so important during the practice because otherwise your body gets stuck. Your kind of energy gets stagnant if you're not breathing through your practice. And guess what? You know, with Neurographica, you can continue adding more and more shapes and adding more lines and grow and grow. At the end, it will be circular shape, a circular, maybe not a perfect circle, but still circle. And the idea in Neurographica is to um, really try to make circular shapes as close as possible to actual circles. In the beginning, it's kind of hard, but then later we learn how, and it's much easier. I hope you enjoyed the class. So, guys, if you, I still finishing up some touch points here. I just want to add some color. If you have questions about this algorithm, if you have questions about practice of reversal, if you want to study with me, you can come to my group. You know, in this conference group, I'm going to be sharing my group where I'm teaching as well. Although I took a break in 2020 to spend most of my time for creating Rewire for Abundance program, and I've got my students from the program, Inessa and Irina. Thank you, my darlings. Love you. Okay, that's how it looks like. All right, I think I need more pink. So let me just, you see, like you can finish, you can add filled lines, and then all of the sudden you like, oh my goodness, you know, I'm missing some colors here. I want to add more, you can definitely do that. Who said not? If I'm missing pink, I want to add pink. Even after I added my filled lines, it's okay. Where does reversal come from? It comes from ancient Hebrew practice. It comes from Israel, from the school of Kalet Abolkim Muscat. She was a teacher of magical Kabbalah called Merkabah. And my teacher, oh no, not my philosophy. That's what I'm explaining, Shayla, that it's not my philosophy. It comes from mystic Kabbalah called Merkabah. And my teacher, who was teaching me this method, she taught me this practice. All right. And I applied it to Neurographica, and it really, really works so well with Neurographica. I wish it could be, I actually came up with a lot of things during my practice of Neurographica, but whatever magic I learned during my other schools that I've attended, I'm applying them as well. And that's why I'm sharing with you so freely. Yeah, absolutely. No problem. All right. All right. So, um, 55 minutes. That's exactly what we agreed upon. The only thing what I would add here, I would add this tree. I would continue with the lines towards the universe, universal lines that we need to use in order to connect our tree with the rest of the trees, just like that. So it is a collective tree. It really connects with other trees that other people drawing. So it's not a standalone tree. This tree is the one that actually one of millions or even more than millions. This tree is connected to collective subconsciousness. And that's what we're doing here in order to emphasize it through those lines. They go through the drawing. Okay. And yes, they need to be incorporated, of course. You really need to, almost forgot about them. But they're important because otherwise you're not really connecting with others. You kind of stand alone. And it's not really good to be alone in this world. Um, by eating them, you're basically connected. And you could do multiple lines to thicken them up. And also apply the color, right? You can apply color. I'm going to finish it. It's a finished piece right now, but I just want to add some color accents just to emphasize the connection with the outside world, right? We really like to be connected. No, standalone is not working in Neurographica. Everything has to be interconnected. Okay. And thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Is the teacher training, do you discuss Jung? No, it's not. Jung. No, it's not Jung. It's a Merkabah. It's an old Hebrew school of mystical Kabbalah called Merkabah. Okay. All right. So I'm going to continue with adding more shades, and I'm going to post this drawing after I complete it into the conference group. Oh, collective unconsciousness. Yes, that's exactly comes from Jung and from Freud, right? Subconsciousness, consciousness, and superconsciousness. Yes, that comes from there. But the reversal practice comes from Merkaba. Okay. I hope you will enjoy. And whoever comes next after me, I'll be happy to watch. Next teacher. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.